All right. Thank you for meeting with me today. So the purpose of our meeting is just kind of to go over the coaching cycle, to introduce what the process is, and to kind of give you, if you have any questions or anything like that, just to kind of let you know what we'll be doing.
Okay.
So the first step is just going to be to video a lesson. So we'll choose a day in whichever hour you want to, and we'll just set the camera up and video a lesson.
Okay.
Then you'll watch the video on your own. I'll watch the video on my own. We'll kind of come up with, have some reflection questions. You don't have to answer all of them. It's just a guide to kind of read over, to have some look for. And then we'll come back together and we'll talk about your video, and then we'll pick one area of the rubric in the Big 12 that you might want to work on.
Okay.
We'll choose from the Marzano scale where you feel like you are with that one. It's just one indicator. So we'll choose one of the Big 12, and then underneath there we'll choose one or two indicators. So it's not the whole entire section, it's just one or two.
Okay.
And we'll figure out where you feel like you are, and then where you want to move by the end of the cycle. So then after we do that, we'll kind of work together, and whatever it is we decide to work on, we'll form like a partnership, and we can either do, it looks different. It can be planning together, just sitting down and talking about planning. It could be like a team teach. It could be whisper coaching. It could be just an extra pair of hands and eyes in the room to kind of help facilitate activities or whatever we want to work on. So it just looks different depending on what we're working on.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll have an implementation day. And so we don't have to video that, but we'll have a day that we're implementing whatever it is that we're working on. And then after we do that, we'll sit down again and we'll kind of reflect on the process together. So we will set two goals. We'll set a teacher goal, which is going to be based around this and the rubric. And then we'll set a student goal. So we'll pick something. It doesn't have to be like a benchmark or a big test. It can be whatever we're working. It could be an exit ticket.
Yeah.
It could be whatever it is.
Something to kind of figure out if they know it or they don't know.
From baseline, yeah. So we'll have a baseline score of whatever it is we're trying to work on to whatever our culminating task would be for that. Okay. And then after that, we'll just kind of talk about it and we'll reflect and we'll look at the data, and then that'll be a done deal.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Nope. We're gonna be starting a new unit in probably about like two or 3 days. So I'd say probably that would be a good way to kind of do a baseline and then kind of assess from there, since now it's just like reviewing for this last.
Yeah, and it could be something that we've done prior to this. So it could be something from the beginning of the school year that we're just deciding to keep tracking throughout. So it doesn't have to be something from when we start. But the first step will be for you to think about a date and a time that you want to film your initial video. And then we'll go from there.
All right.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.